considering that some of you may not know that I write or what I write or where to find it, I decided to put together this video and kind of show off a little bit the things I've got, and if you want to read them, where you can find them. So let's start off. This is my novel, The Sunken Door, by the Outlaw Levi Wallace. This is a supernatural thriller, a horror story, a weird tale. It's a lot of things at once. It's a kids on bikes adventure story, a coming of age tale, a supernatural family drama, a lot of horror elements, a lot of inspiration taken from mythology and like Norse mythology and Aztec mythology and things like that. Multiple people have positively compared this work to certain books of Stephen King's, in the sense that it's a very accessible book, easy to get at, easy to read. A lot of just interesting things in here. To start off, you got these four young teenagers who become friends in the small town. They're getting into stuff as certain members of the group. They get pulled further and further into this strange supernatural stuff, and they're having trouble figuring it out and seeing what's going on with their friends. There's the drama there. There's a mysterious killer who is the avatar of, in a sense, the avatar of this ancient snake deity who must kill in order to satiate the bloodlust of their god. And then there's the cult that's just set on trapping this person and catching them and putting them away forever. A lot of different elements in here, and I'm just really proud of this book. I think I did a good job, and a lot of people seem to agree. A lot of people that wouldn't have had to have said anything have spoken up and said that they really like the book, and so I appreciate it a whole lot. This is the paperback cover, front and back, that you can pick up. Right now it's only available on Amazon. I'm trying to work on some stuff to get a bit broader reach in the future. You can pick up the paperback, and then there's also the hardcover edition of it available at the same place. But also, what I'm doing is on my Substack account, I am slowly publishing the chapters of this book, about every 2 weeks. Right now I'm up to 13, 14 chapters in as of the time of this recording of this video. So if you don't like Amazon for any reason, I completely understand. But if you want to read it, you can go over to Substack. You can find my account, the Outlaw Levi Wallace. Everything's the same here. YouTube there, all the bits the same. And you can subscribe there, and every 2 weeks you'll get a chapter of this until it's wrapped up and the whole thing's on there for free in its entirety. If you do that, all I ask is that you leave a comment and tell me you stopped by. Just let me know that you've been looking. Okay, the next thing. You can get this on Amazon, and it was self-published through Ingram Spark, so there should be a bit broader reach in different places. Wherever Ingram Spark deposits books, you should be able to find this one. This is, I call this the Outlaw Two-in-One. These are two short stories of mine, The Story Machine and Ain't Nobody Down There, put together in this, not a flip book, but it's this do-si-do, kind of like an ace double. You finish with one story, you flip it over, and you start on the other. The Story Machine is a short story I wrote some years ago. It's about an author, because all us authors are desperate to talk about ourselves. Anyways, he's an author who his typewriter breaks. He sends it to get fixed, and when it arrives back, it starts behaving strangely. It starts writing of its own accord, and this story gets into the circumstances and the consequences of when that happens, and when his stories don't sell, but the stories written by the machine do, and stuff like that. Very much like a Twilight Zone episode in a certain sense, weird tale. Like I say weird tale about a lot of this stuff because that's just where a lot of my inspiration comes from for all these different stories. And then you flip it over and you read Ain't Nobody Down There. Now this is more like a Manly Wellman, Silver John type story, if you ever heard of those. And in this one, there's a fella, he's narrating the story. He's gone to work for a certain guy. This guy's died, and he's sort of stepping in to this other guy's life, and there's weird things happening on the homestead where this person and his family live. Just odd circumstances, things that take a while to grasp for people living in the situation. A very atmospheric piece. This one, Ain't Nobody Down There, was an experiment in using the language of the story. It's told in the first person, and I tried my best to write it in the natural speaking voice of the character narrating the story. And I think I did a pretty good job, even if maybe in a couple places it gets a bit stunted. Just know when you're looking for this on Amazon or anywhere else, there are ebook editions of these 2 stories published with the same cover. Just know that if you're looking for the paperback version, which I'm holding in my hand, it has the yellow stripe down the side. The ebook editions don't have this. But also, these 2 stories are on my Substack account for free. You can go and read them right now. Just same thing as with the book. If you go there and you read it, just tell me what you think. Let me know you stopped by to peruse my wares, as it were. And okay, I'm going to wrap it up with this. This is Weird Frequencies. This came out just earlier this year. This is a project that I was invited to participate in, where a bunch of different booktubers that specialized in science fiction and in weird fiction were pulled in together to write 13 different stories, just whatever they can come up with, the wildest things out of their heads. And it really is some wild stuff. My story in here is called Faster Than Life. It is a ghost story set in a ghost story about the new type of merchant marine hurtling across the stars at faster than light speeds, and all the fiddly and terrifying things that go along with that, and causing that to happen. It's a great thing. Now, for this, my story's in here, along with a bunch of other people. You have Pulp Mortem, Liminal Spaces, Infinite Text, Vintage SF, everyone I'm forgetting, News from the Gelding, Joseph Reed Books, Eric Wagg, Secret Fire Books, The Book Graveyard, Ira from SF Words of Wonder, Bad Taste Books. Did I go through all of them? I know I'm missing somebody, but it's not personal. Oh, Virgil from Literary Books, he has a great one in here. But unlike the other stories I brought up, like my novel and those 2 short stories, this one is only partially on my Substack. I have a preview for my story Faster Than Life up on the Substack, but the complete story is found only within this volume. So you either have to get the paperback, or I think there's a Kindle version up fairly soon. That's outside my control, so I can't say for certain whether that's been put up yet or not. But if you're looking for that, you have to pick up Weird Frequencies in order to get at it. Now, for all of this, I'll do my best to put all the relevant links in the description to the Amazon pages, to the Substack pages. You don't have to take my word that these stories are any good. I will also put a link to a playlist down below, which should be the compilation of every YouTube video I've found so far that has mentioned or talked about one of my stories and what they thought about it. So down below in the description, there's a link to a playlist where you can just see anything anyone has to say about my work. But I'm going to tell you already, people seem to enjoy it. Not that it's perfect, but that it's pretty good. Anyways, thanks for sticking around. Thanks for watching me toot my own horn, as it were. You have a great day. We'll see you later.